The Mustangs and the Patriots are committed to fair play, responsibility, and respect. They invite you to support their effort. Together, let us all help create an environment for high school competition that we can be proud of. And now let's meet tonight's starters. First, for Mayport. Starting in goal, sophomore, number 25, Trillis. Now on the bench, senior number 6, Big Dale. On the other side, sophomore number 2, Andrew Harsville. Now on the way, that's junior number 8, Tanner Cornwall. On the way, senior number 7, Mitchell Kroll. Starting at center, number 13, Sawyer Satchel. Now let's move the starters to the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. In goal, a junior, number 1, Titan Buckles. Now on defenseman, a junior, number 8, Alex McCarthy. On the other side, B, a senior, number 24, and one way, a senior, number 13, Paul Fuller. And the other way, a senior, number 34, Andy Robb. And starting at center for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, a senior, number 3, Blake Peters. We ask for your support of our game officials and respect for the calls of the game. Tonight's medical coverage is provided by Essentia Health, the official sports medicine team for West Fargo Athletics. Your certified athletic trainers are Tessa Martin and Cody Frank. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you stand if you're able, remove any headwear, and remain at attention with your right hand covering your heart as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
West Fargo Sports Arena, as tonight we have the Mustangs from West Fargo Cheyenne are playing host to the Ice Dogs coming up from Mayport CG for Jordan Matufsky. I'm Jordan Letuski, and along here with Ethan Frisch. Ethan, how was your Christmas break?
Oh, it was good. Did a little ice fishing, and now it's back in the booth.
I was going to say the number one thing that I think a lot of people were wondering is if you got the opportunity to dip your line in the water. Did you have any success?
Got a few walleyes, not many with size, but a few keepers.
Well, I know a lot of us here at Cheyenne Mustang Media, we're hoping to come into the rink today and have a community room full of fresh fish here. I really don't know if you caught any, but I'll take your word for it. So tonight's game will be a non-conference game, even though Mayport CG is a member of the Eastern Dakota Conference. They automatically every year do take the 10 seed. So in the EDC, the top 6 teams, they all make the tournament, and then you have a play-in game with the 7 seed and the 10 seed and the 8 and the 9. So Mayport automatically does take that 10 seed every single year. So this game will not count for any points in the conference standings. The Cheyenne Mustangs come in with a 1-0 record. Mayport CG comes in with a record of 1-1.
Game starts here with Cole Fitzpatrick taking the face-off. He wins it back to Camden Coles. Camden Coles passes it along the boards to Quade Peters. Quade Peters rolls through center ice, gets across the blue line, and dumps it down. Andy Roth giving chase down to the corner. Cole Fitzpatrick in to help Andy Roth. Mayport taking the puck back behind the net. Tries a breakout pass on the side, doesn't work. Puck held in by Colin McCarthy on point. Mayport with the puck behind the net. Gets a breakout pass to his wing. Mayport coming down the ice with speed, taken away by Cole Fitzpatrick. Cole Fitzpatrick gets across the red line, dumps it in, and he will go for a change.
It's a great start here by the Mustangs. I don't think you could have asked for better first shift from that unit of Peters, Roth, and Fitzpatrick.
Puck now out to Coles. Moves it across. Peters now with the puck. Battling with Peters. Passes it across. Mosier. Quade Peters banks it off the boards out to Mayport, and he will go for a change. Tries a shot, and it is deflected up into the netting.
Yeah, turnover there right in the zone. Trudeau tried to go on the short side. Put it up a little bit too high, put it up into the netting. So Mayport last year finished with a record of 11-11. They lost to Grafton Park River 4-2 in that EDC playing game. Slow start to the year. They started 0-6, but then after that turned it on. Going 11-5 record, the remaining part of their schedule.
Zach Mosier with the puck. Dumps it down deep into the Mayport zone. Carson Gass giving chase over on the sideboards. Collects the puck and turns it over to Mayport. Mayport behind the net. Tries a breakout pass. That is picked off.
They got Trudeau and Vole are up along the boards. They're a little obstructed from our view, but play up along the wall. Back down to the Mustang zone. Dobb giving chase.
Jacob Dobb will now settle the puck down behind the Mustang net. Pass it across to Cole Voller. Cole Voller tries to center for Kai Trudeau, and that is intercepted. Mayport now back into the zone where he turns the puck over to Kai Trudeau. Kai Trudeau with the puck with speed. Going into the zone. Tries to go around the defenseman. Kai Trudeau with the puck behind the net. Passes it out in front, and no one is there to bang it home. Carlsrud now with the puck. Tries to go in behind the net, and he is shut down. Mayport now coming up the ice. They got numbers. 2-on-1. Tries to pass across. Dobb stops that. Shot. And it goes off the side of the net. Tyler Michalek now with the puck. Tries to chip it out of the zone. Stopped by Mayport. Zach Mosier lays a hit. Passes it behind the net. Dobb with the puck. Passes a breakout pass. And Mayport now with some good pressure here in the offensive zone.
Mustangs got to be careful with the puck here. That's 3 turnovers here in the last, trying to get the puck out of their zone on their exits. They got to be a little bit cleaner.
Jacob Dobb passes it behind the net to Zach Mosier. Zach Mosier tries to reverse it. Doesn't work. Tyler Michalek now with the breakout pass. And all the way across the ice to Jack Belisle. Belisle turns it over. Mayport with chance. Shot saved by Buckholz.
We saw the Mustangs put a lot of pressure on earlier, but no shots to show for it. We see the Ice Dogs come back down. Mitchell Coleman with a great chance, and 2 players to really watch for Mayport CG are going to be Mitchell Coleman, number 10, and Sawyer Satram, number 13. They're both seniors. They're both good-sized players, and historically they've averaged. Sawyer Satram has averaged 2 points per game per year, and then Mitchell Coleman this year in 2 games has 4 goals. So if there's 2 guys that are going to put the puck in the net for Mayport, it could certainly be those 2 forwards.
McCarthy now with the puck behind the net, turns it over again. Mayport with it, passes it up to the point, shot, saved by Buckholz, and that's deflected up into the netting.
Got a change in lines here. We see Trudeau, Voller, and Gass come out. We talked about it last game against Devils Lake. As Gass is seeing some varsity action this year, so good for Carson.
Puck bounces all the way back into the Mayport zone. Carson Gass giving chase. He tries to tie up the man. Doesn't work. Mayport now with the puck behind their own net, and the defenseman's going to take it himself. All the way up the ice. Mayport's got numbers on a 3-on-2, and a good stick there by Camden Coles.
That was a good stick by Coles, good gap by Coles. That was a good rush up the ice there by May, who made a nice move on the Cheyenne forward, just shaked and baked and went up the ice.
Camden Coles now carrying the puck for Cheyenne. Passes it in the middle to Kai Trudeau. Another turnover here for the Mustangs as the puck bounces down into the Cheyenne zone. Camden Coles settles the puck behind the net. Breaks it out. And a good breakout there by the Cheyenne Mustangs.
Nice pass by Gass and Trudeau up to Voller.
Trudeau tries a shot and whiffs. Puck down in the corner. Cheyenne now with control of the puck in their own zone. Camden Coles now takes the puck, passes it to McCarthy. McCarthy now tries to bank it off the boards.
Out of the way.
Puck bounces out to Trudeau. Trudeau looks like he's going behind his own net, spins away. Tegenberg now with the puck. Passes it up to Belisle. And the puck is turned over to Mayport. Mayport coming up the ice with speed.
And nice hit by Mosier there on Coleman.
Shot from the point is blocked by Tyler Michalek.
Blocked by Michalek.
Jack Belisle and Tyler Michalek trying to push the puck up the ice. Puck bounces out to Michalek in the neutral zone. Michalek with the turnover shot, and it is blocked by number 15, Jacob Daub.
Yeah, these are the guys we talked about. These are the guys you don't want to leave open front or turn the puck over.
Shot from the point is swallowed up by Peyton Buckholz.
That's a good opportunity there by Sawyer Satram. We talked about him averaging 2 points per game in 2018, 2019. 27 goals, 23 assists, and then last year he had 17 goals and 21 assists. So, historically, he's played in 43 games and has 88 points. So, the Mustangs got to be a little bit more careful of knowing when those guys are on the ice and making sure that, there's no loose pucks in the middle of the ice in their own zone.
Peters to take the draw for Cheyenne, wins it back. Peters controls the puck, banks it around to Zach Mosier, and another turnover for Cheyenne. Puck bounces out across the blue line, and Mayport will try to regain their composure. Puck picked off by Andy Roth. Takes it into the zone. Andy Roth with the puck now. Goes around the defenseman, and it is picked off. Cole Fitzpatrick tries to dump it down to Andy Roth, and that does not go. Mayport now up the ice with speed. Mayport comes into the zone. Tries to center it, and no one's there. They were all getting a change.
Our 4-man line change there, and unfortunate for the Ice Dogs, they throw it back, and everyone's coming into the play.
Mayport now across the blue line with speed. Going behind the net. Passes it out to a point. Defenseman passes it back down low. Sawyer Satram picks up the puck, and he turns it over to Andrew Roth. Andrew Roth just has to dump it out of the zone. Puck back to Andrew Roth. Back to Zach Mosier. Now to Roth again. Roth tries to break it out, and that is picked off by Mayport. Mayport now into the zone. Spins, shot, saved by Buckholz.
That's last shift. I'll talk about him again. They got Satram and Coleman out there. They're both good-sized forwards. You had Satram coming right behind the net. He's 6'2", 180, and then you have Mitchell Coleman, who's 6 foot 170. So, like we talked about, a couple senior forwards that have played a lot of hockey. Mustangs got to be careful knowing where they are on the ice. They haven't had very good zone exits out of their own zone. A lot of turnovers that are leading to some opportunities for the Ice Dogs.
Mayport now controls the puck in the neutral zone, looking for a pass to his winger, and that is stopped by Camden Coles. Puck now up to Cole Voller. And Kai Trudeau pushes it harder into the zone. Kai Trudeau now with the puck behind the net. Passes it out to Coles. Coles with the shot from the point, and that is blocked. Puck now with Voller. Voller goes back to Trudeau to Gast out in front, and the puck squirts out to Colin McCarthy. McCarthy now carries it back into the zone. McCarthy centers, and there's no one there. He was tied up. Mayport now with the puck down in the corner. Voller giving chase, and Mayport will flick it out into the neutral zone. Coles with the puck now. Goes wide. And back to McCarthy. And that is just off of his stick. Back into the Cheyenne defensive zone. McCarthy with the puck.
Belisle all the way up the ice here if you can get him.
Throws it to Belisle. Belisle tips it into the zone, and Mustangs will go to work on offense. Carson Teckenberg there giving pressure. Coles tries to jump for the puck, and he is not successful. Tyler Michalek now chips the puck up the boards to the Mayport defenseman. Mayport will dump it into their own zone and give chase. Jack Belisle now with the puck on the sideboards. Flips it out, and Mayport will retain possession. Puck comes all the way back to the Cheyenne defensive zone where McCarthy will handle it. McCarthy going up the boards for Belisle. Belisle tries to go across for Teckenberg, and that pass was wide. Mayport goes defense to defense. Tries to break it out, and that is stopped by Teckenberg. Teckenberg with the puck. Over to Coles. Coles tries to force a pass across the ice, and that is blocked. Michalek now with the puck. Takes it out in front of his own net. Skating up the ice with speed. He has Belisle and Teckenberg with him. Dangles around and snipes. Top shelf, Tyler Michalek.
Well, I was waiting for a whistle when I was going to say we played about almost 10 minutes of this first period. The Mustangs haven't even had a shot on net yet. They've had a lot of opportunities with zone time, but haven't been able to put a shot on net. Michalek, comes through the middle of the ice and then weaves his way over to the left side and comes down, put a nice move on the defenseman. Looks like he goes bar down on that goaltender. But even still, I think if you're Mayport CG, you got to like your start a little bit. Hopefully now the Mustangs, they can settle into the game, play with the lead, and have a little bit more confidence going into this last 7:45 here.
Mosier with the pass across to Jacob Dobb. Dobb tries to force a pass up the wall, and that is shut down by Mayport. Puck back out to Dobb. Looks wide. Andrew Roth with the puck. Reverses it back to Mosier. Mosier going up the ice with speed. He's got Peters on his right. Peters now with the puck. Tries to dangle one and fails. Puck bounces out of the offensive zone back to Jacob Dobb. Dobb goes wide for Roth. Roth tries to pass up the boards. And the puck will now be controlled by Mayport.
Zone entries have not been Cheyenne's friend tonight. They've had a real tough time getting it out of their zone, even getting it past the red line.
Fitzpatrick now with the puck behind his own net. Looks for a pass to Roth, and that is just at an awkward angle for Roth.
It's another one.
Mayport controlling the puck down in their own zone, goes back to the point, and he will shove it down into the offensive zone. Now puck bounces out to Roth. He's got
Peters. Roth rifled that thing at him. Peters was still able to corral it.
Peters now with the puck. Goes around the defenseman with his great speed. Looks out in front. Nothing going there. Scrum down in the corner of the offensive zone for Cheyenne. Puck bounces out of the offensive zone all the way back to Cheyenne's defensive zone where Camden Coles will corral the puck. Coles goes wide to Roth. Roth goes in between the legs for a pass to Coles. Coles coming up the ice with speed. Shot, glove save.
There's been a couple times in the last couple shifts here where the puck, Mayport has dumped it out and they tried to get it behind the Cheyenne D. And if the Cheyenne D, if they can turn that up quick and create an odd man rush going up the ice to create a little bit more offense for the Mustangs. They've tried it a couple times to get it up to Belisle. You had Roth there trying to find Peters streaking behind the D, but it's going to be something that you maybe want to look for if you're Cheyenne going forward.
Mayport coming up the ice quick, and that will be ruled offsides.
That was a nice goal for Michalek going back a couple minutes ago. That's his second goal in as many games. So like we talked about against Devils Lake, he had a lot of success in putting the puck in the back of the net on the junior varsity last year. So good to see for Tyler. 2 goals in 2 games.
Camden Coles will now take the puck, tries to push it up the wall into the offensive zone. Trudeau now with the puck, passes it across to Mosier. Cole Voller now giving chase on Mayport. Pass across, picked off by Coles. Coles now tries to dangle one. And Carson Gass now with the puck. Carson Gass enters his zone, drops it off for Trudeau. Trudeau back to Gass. Gass dangles one and loses the puck. Mayport now coming up the ice. On a 1-on-3 rush, dumps it into the zone where it's a glove save by Buckholz. Buckholz lets it out to Camden Coles. Coles now flying up the ice with speed, dangles one, and he will try to get a shot on goal, and that will deflect up into the netting.
Again, there you had Mayport that was changing 3 guys. I don't know if the Cheyenne forward, if Cole Voller recognizing or not. Camden Coles came back into the zone to pick up the puck, and Voller was, instead of staying on the wall, was coming across the middle of the ice. I think if he stays along the wall there and gives Coles an outlet, maybe they can create something a little bit quicker up the ice.
Michalek now walks the offensive face-off man, tries to get a shot and fails. Puck rings all the way behind the Mayport net, where it is corralled. Mayport behind the net again, where he is met by Cheyenne. Puck bounces out to Dobb. Dobb to McCarthy. McCarthy tries it up the ice, and Dobb now with the puck. Dobb looking wide for Tegenberg, spins around, and he will try to force a pass to Belisle, not going. Turnover for Cheyenne right in front of the net. Shot, and it is blocked. Michalek now with the puck. Tries to dangle one, fails. Puck bounces out to McCarthy. McCarthy up the wall to Tegenberg. Tegenberg goes all the way across the ice to Belisle. Belisle now flies around the defenseman, gets around him, looks out front for a pass to Tegenberg, and that will not go. Michalek now with the puck at the point. Michalek tries a shot, and it is tipped out in front. Goal, Cheyenne.
I think that was tipped out in front. I think that was Belisle that's going to get that one. Belisle had a nice rush up the ice. Tegenberg went all the way across the ice, gave Belisle a pass. Belisle tried to wrap around it. I like that play. If you're the Mustangs, only one shot on net. I guess they're shooting 100% here, though, Ethan. They got 2 shots on net and 2 goals. Michalek came up over the top and threw it through a screen, and looks like Belisle's going to get the tip on that. So, again, Jack Belisle, we talked about Tyler Michalek, 2 goals in 2 games. That's Belisle's second in as many games. So that line's been producing for the Mustangs, which is good to see.
Mayport now with the puck in their own zone. Reverse it to the defenseman, back up to the blue line. And he will try to pass to center. Sawyer Satcham coming up the ice with the puck. And he loses it to Andrew Roth. Andrew Roth tries a bank pass to Cole Fitzpatrick. Won't go. Cole Fitzpatrick now with the bank pass to Peters. Bounces out to the point for Mayport. Slap shot, and it is just wide of the net. Sawyer Satcham now with the puck. Turns it over to Cole Fitzpatrick. Roth down on the puck with the puck on the sidewall. Roth and Fitzpatrick battling for it. And it will be dumped back into the zone where Zach Mosier will pick it up. Mosier tries to dangle one. That is shut down.
You got to give it to these Mayport CG forwards, Ethan. They're hungry. They're all over the puck. They make it awfully difficult for the Cheyenne Mustangs to even get anything going out of their zone. They're not getting any clean exits out of their zone, and a lot of that's due to the pressure that these Mayport forwards are putting right on the D. They're having to play up against the glass for most of this first period.
Puck dumped into the Mayport offensive zone where Cole Fitzpatrick will meet the defenseman for the puck. Defenseman puts it behind the net, and it will bounce out to the point. Shot from the point, tipped, and it is swallowed up.
That was a good hold there on the blue line by Camden Coles. Throws it on net. You got 2 Cheyenne forwards right in front. One of them tips it, has a deflection. So 2:54 here left in the first period. Shots are 5-3 Ice Dogs. In junior varsity action, Ethan, good to see that the Cheyenne JV team is going to move to 2-0 on the year with a 9-2 victory over Mayport CG. So good for those players on the junior varsity team starting their year off on a good note.
Colin McCarthy now with the puck on the sidewall, and he will turn it over to Mayport. Mayport chips it high off the glass, and it is gloved down, but Mayport still retains possession. Mayport was spilling up the ice, and it is saved by Peyton Buckholz.
And we see Will Carlsrud checking into the game right here. We talked about against Devils Lake, you had Jacob Dobb go down with an injury, and so Will Carlsrud played some minutes stepping into that spot with Dobb. It looks like we got Carlsrud's out here with McCarthy right now, and then up front you got Trudeau, Gast, and Voller, excuse me.
Trudeau will lose the face-off back to the point of Mayport. Shot, and it is saved again by Buckholz. Great pressure here by Mayport. Kai Trudeau now up the ice, looks across the ice for Carson Gass. Carson Gass and Kai Trudeau now enters the zone. Trudeau tries to spin, and he will fall. McCarthy now with the puck, tries to get a shot out on net, and kick save. McCarthy follows up his rebound. And the puck will go out to the point for Trudeau. Trudeau with the shot, and it is gloved down.
Right. Good chance for Trudeau there, getting that shot through. One of the things, though, is the Mayport goalie, Trevin Applegren, he was able to see that puck all the way through. He didn't have any Cheyenne forwards in front of him taking his eyes away. Cheyenne's turned it on a little bit here in the last couple minutes. Shots are 7-5, 2:08 left in the first. And now we got Coles out there with Mosier, so it looks like a little bit of a change up of those deep pairings. We'll see how they go moving forward.
Tyler Michalek now with the puck behind the net, loses it. And Mayport will try a breakout, and that is held in by Mosier. Puck turned over out in front of the net. Tegenberg gives chase down to the corner. Mayport now tries another breakout. Puck is held in on the sideboards. Puck is now finally moved out to Tegenberg in the slot. Tries a shot, and that is saved by Applegren.
A good shot by Tegenberg, getting that off quick. This line here of Jack Blisle, Tyler Michalek, and Carson Tegenberg, they've been awfully effective tonight. Obviously, you get the 2 goals for the Mustangs. Both come from this line here, and they've done a real nice job of cycling the puck, winning some battles along the wall, creating good opportunities for the Mustangs.
Michalek wins the faceoff back to Tegenberg. Tegenberg tries a shot, and that is just wide of the net.
Another good opportunity there for Tegenberg.
Mosier now pushes the puck back behind the net. Blisle lays a big hit, and it is bounced out to Coles. Coles with the shot, and it is swallowed up by Applegren.
Yeah, again, right there, like I just talked about in the last shift. Camden Coles, he's lining that shot up, but there's no Cheyenne, Mustang forwards in front taking the goalie's eyes away. They had one sniffing around there for a rebound. Hopefully, he'd like to have a little bit more traffic around that net. Applegren's, he seems like a good goalie. If he's going to be able to see it, he's going to be able to stop it.
Michalek tries to walk him off the face-off and fails. Mayport now with control of the puck behind their own net. Tries to break out pass that is tipped by Michalek. And the Ice Dogs succeed in getting it out to neutral ice, where Tegenberg takes the puck and bounces it out to Mosier. Mosier enters his offensive zone, moves it back to Coles. Coles out back to Tegenberg. Tegenberg with a slap shot, and it is just wide of the net. Michalek now with the puck. Looks for a shot, and it is gloved down by Applegren.
Yeah, another good shift there by that forward unit. Creating good pressure. You got 38.9 here left in the first period. Shots 9-7 in favor of the Cheyenne Mustangs. So hopefully here you can keep the puck down on that end of the ice for the remaining about 40 seconds and go into the period break unscathed with a 2-0 lead if you're the boys in white and blue.
Michalek stays out there, loses the draw. Out to the point of Karlsrud, and he fails to keep it in. Karlsrud back to McCarthy. McCarthy tries a bank pass to Michalek, and that does not go. Mayport now enters the offensive zone where that puck is picked off by Tegenberg. Tegenberg rings it around the boards, looking for Blisle. And now McCarthy with the puck. Rings it around the wall over to Tegenberg. Tegenberg with a nice breakout pass there to Michalek. Michalek and Blisle enter the offensive zone. And Michalek centers it out front for Blisle, and that is just wide of the net.
Good opportunity with just a couple seconds left in the period there. Mustangs, and then McCarthy had another shot. So much of this first period, I think you saw 2 teams that are coming off a little bit of a holiday break here. I know the Mustangs did practice last night. The first 7 minutes, or first 10 minutes rather, really, I don't think the start you wanted if you are Cheyenne, and then Michalek was able to get him on the board. And then a little bit later, Michalek comes around the top of the zone, throws a wrist shot on net that Blisle tips in. Shots 9-7 in favor of the Mustangs. For a while there, it was 5-0 in favor of the Ice Dogs. And so the last 7 minutes or so, it seemed like the ice was tilted a little bit more towards that Mayport zone. But I think if you're the Mustangs, you're going to want to have a better start to the second period than they did the first.
You're watching Cheyenne Mustang Media.
All right, welcome back here to the West Fargo Sports Arena. This is Jordan Letuski. I'm pleased to be joined here by the head principal at Cheyenne High School, Mr. Vince Williams. Mr. Williams, how are you doing so far tonight?
You know what? I am blessed looking at the score. I mean, I couldn't be more blessed. Our boys out there, they're putting their heart, laying their hearts on the line, and they're playing with all of their grit and tenacity, so I'm proud of them. They're doing well.
I was going to ask you, what are your thoughts in the first period so far, but it seemed like you already answered that question with their grit and their tenacity. Just talk a little bit about kind of the re-entry now with all the sports going at Cheyenne, and I know that you've had to work closely with Mr. Limke, the activities director at Cheyenne, and then obviously with our school administration. Just talk a little bit about the re-entry and how that's going for the winter activities.
Well, that's a great question. Our district's reentry plan has always been to bring all of our students back on site at some point, and following closely with CDC guidelines and state guidelines. And a lot of our mandates not only comes from the state, but it comes from the district. And so with even with athletics, we have certain stipulations on the number of fans that we can have in attendance. Our winter sports, our coaches have done a phenomenal job mitigation with like wearing masks during practice, or making sure that students are spaced out 6 feet. But it's not ideal, and we would love to get to the point where we're back to some form of normalcy, where all of our kids and families can come and enjoy the game, and our kids who are involved in activities can just be carefree and go out there and do what they love to do.
This isn't your first go around being a principal. You've been a principal at Discovery Middle School, correct, before?
Yes.
What's been the highlight of your first year being the head principal at Cheyenne?
Well, I'm a huge relationship guy. I would say that the biggest highlight for me has been the grace that the staff and families have extended towards me as I learn a new system, learning new protocols, and making mistakes and having staff extending that grace to me. But also seeing the work that our teachers are doing inside of the classroom. It's easy to make excuses during this time, but our teachers have stepped up, and they have high expectations and standards for students, and they're not lowering them. And so that's been the most rewarding experience for me thus far this year.
All right, I got two more quick questions for you here. I know two places that you lived before, Chicago, Detroit. Are you a Red Wings fan or a Blackhawks fan?
I didn't grow up in a hockey community. However, living in Detroit, just by osmosis, we are Red Wings fans in my household. So, but I love all Chicago sports.
Last one. How about the Bears? What are their chances this?
Super Bowl, baby. I'm getting my tickets. I think eBay is selling them on, good sale going on after Christmas special. But I think the Bears will be a wild card spot in the playoffs. I don't anticipate that they'll make it past that, but hey, at least they're better than the Vikings. So
I think we'll end it there. So thank you, Mr. Williams, for taking a few minutes of your evening and coming to the game here and supporting all of our students at Cheyenne. I know the students and the staff really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you.
You're watching Cheyenne Mustang Media.
Away, and Mayport now has control.
Nice defensive play there by that was Nicholas Dale on Mashala coming into the zone there, rubbed him out really nice and thwarted that effort.
Mayport now with the great breakout. Coleman flips it back into the Cheyenne offensive zone, and they will go to work. Coleman rubbed out by Coles on the board. Winger comes in to pick up the puck. Penalty coming up on Cheyenne. Mayport gets the extra skater out, looks in the center ice for him. will cycle it back down. And Cheyenne will touch the puck, and there will be a penalty coming up.
Well, Ethan, you're going to have to be my eyes here. Didn't see, I was actually looking down at the Mayport roster to see what happened. So if this was a real obvious penalty, we're going to look like real bad announcers. But it looks like we're going to have Tyler Michalek is going to go for a rough. He's going to sit for 2. Cheyenne in their first game against Devils Lake didn't yield any power play goals to the opposition. So trying to stay perfect on the penalty kill here, but not the start you want going into your second period.
Belial now in the face-off circle for Cheyenne. Wins it back. Coles takes a puck, rings it around the board. Tries to get it out of the zone, and it does.
We have a 2-on-1 here.
Cheyenne with the 2-on-1. Peters out in the slot. Takes a shot wide of the net.
Looks like Peters kind of lost control of that puck. That can happen early on in these periods. Sometimes you get sticky ice after the Zamboni. Looked like he lost the puck a little bit, but was still able to get the shot off.
Satcham now rings the puck back behind the offensive net. And they will try to set it up. Puck bounces out to Colin McCarthy. He rings it around the boards and successfully clears it down.
Yeah, McCarthy on his forehand there is able to take advantage of that. He can just turn and fire and rim that all the way down.
Lyle now attacking the Mayport zone. Fitzpatrick now dumps it all the way back down to the zone, and Belial will go for a change. Fitzpatrick now giving chase into the offensive zone. And the puck pass from Mayport is wide.
Yeah, fortunate for the Mustangs, the passes for Mayport, they just haven't clicked coming out of their own zone. Good pressure by Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick now with the puck, takes a shot, and it is saved. Rebound, and it bounces out to Mayport. Tries to clear it off the glass, bounces out in front. Trudeau tries to find Fitzpatrick back there and could not.
Good play by McCarthy there, intercepts that pass, and then just puts it back down into the zone.
Fitzpatrick now giving chase. Rubs out the defenseman along the boards, and they will tie up.
It's been a real good kill for Cole Fitzpatrick. He's made it awfully difficult for Mayport CG to even exit their zone.
Satcham now coming up the puck with the ice. Satcham will enter the zone.
I think you meant coming up the ice with the puck there.
That is what I meant.
Okay, perfect. We won't hold it against you. Good kill good clear by Coles.
And penalty time will almost be expired as 5 seconds remain on the Michalek penalty. Garrett now with pass to his winger.
It's a real nice kill by the Mustangs there. It's always difficult as Trudeau comes up here. Good opportunity. You got Michalek going to the net.
And Michalek will bury the one-time pass from Kai Trudeau.
Well, that was a real nice pass by Trudeau. You had Michalek going to the net there. Puts it right in off his backhand. Real nice play by those two senior forwards. Michalek's second goal of the game, his third in 2 games. So Michalek certainly, if you want money, you got to go to the bank. If you want bread, you got to go to the bakery. And Michalek, he's always around the net. So you want to score goals, you got to be around the net. And he's showing a knack for having a nose around the net. But that's a great kill by the Mustangs. Second period, you have the long change. And so, even just because you've got the puck down the ice, your D always don't have the opportunity to change. Camden Coles played a lot on that kill, almost all 2 minutes of it. So it's good to see him get off to a good start here in the second period, albeit taking a penalty early on.
Michalek now with the puck at the top of the circles. Tries a slap shot, and that is deflected. Puck deflects back out to Tegenberg, where he will ring it around for Belial.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hold there, I think, on Belial, or rough. So puck was up along the boards there. So even though you score a goal, not the formula or recipe for success. Taking 2 penalties early on in this period here, you don't want to play with fire too much. If you're the Mustangs, you want to play a clean game. You're up 3-0. A couple minutes into the second period here.
Michalek and Tekenberg out here for Cheyenne on the kill. Michalek wins it over to Tekenberg. Tekenberg and Michalek enter the offensive zone. Tekenberg tries a sharp angle shot, rebound, and he will be tied up. Satcham now coming up the ice with the puck.
Good move by Satcham.
Satcham enters the zone, flies around Coles, tries a backhand shot, and that is saved by Buchholz.
That was a good move by Satcham coming up the ice. He was able to get around Michalek, and then he was able to dip the shoulder and get around Coles and had a good shot on net. So good rush there by Sawyer Satcham.
Puck will now go for an icing down in the Cheyenne zone.
It's going to be nice on Mayport CG. Another thing it does here is you talk about having to kill these penalties. And I just talked about the second period with the long change and Camden Coles It seemed like he was out there for the entirety of the 2 minutes of the first penalty to Michalek. Barely gets a breather, and then you got to put him right back out there. You want your top defensive pairing of McCarthy and Coles, but you don't necessarily want him killing penalties, so Mustangs got to stay out of the box.
Puck bounces out to Peters in the slot where he is met by 3 Mayport players.
I should say you don't want them killing penalties out, period. You obviously want them killing penalties for you, but you don't want to have them out there for the entirety of having 2-minute shifts and things like that.
Fitzpatrick and Peters applying good pressure here on the kill. Fitzpatrick will now chase. And Mayport with a nice breakout. They're coming up on a 3-on-2.
Looks like
across the blue line.
Another delayed penalty on the Mustangs here, so it could go down. It looks like to a 5-on-3. I don't think the Mayport goaltender, I don't think he realized it. He stayed in the net the whole time. But there was a play right along the wall here. Looks like, is it Peters, I think, is going to go off for interference, yeah. Looks like referee Craig Teets is going to call that one on him. Peters, I don't think, is too happy about it. But, yeah, the Mayport CG goalie, that's Trevin Appelgren. I don't think he realized that the official had his arm up. He stayed in the net. So we're going to have 5-on-3 here for about 46 seconds, and then Belial's going to come out. So the Mustangs, we can't say it enough. We just talked about penalties, so they got to find a way to stay out of the box.
Mayport will win the face-off. Puck back at the point. Slides it down on the wall. Shot, saved by Buchholz. McCarthy now chasing. Puck is tried to fire out, and it is stopped. Puck back out to the point. Down to the... And a slap shot and save by Buchholz. And the Mustangs will clear.
That was a one-timer there by freshman Walker McGillis. If you're the Mustangs, though, I think you'll take that shot. That's a pretty low percentage shot on the power play. He's outside of the dots. Not a great spot on the ice to try to score from. So good job by the Mustangs keeping shots to the outside.
Belial now out of the box, and he will stay out there. Puck now bounces out to Belial, and it will be just too far for him. Yep. Belial now behind his own net, looks for Michalek in the slot, and that was covered. Belial takes it back out to neutral zone ice.
The Mustangs, they could really rag this puck here and take some time off the clock.
Coles now tries to fire the puck all the way down. That is glove down. Mayport now with control, tries to fire it into the zone, and that is blocked by Camden Coles. Mayport now with the puck in neutral ice. Tries to pass over to... And Coles will now ring it all the way around, and that will go all the way down the ice.
A good kill by the Mustangs here. Mayport hasn't had a lot of opportunities for some good opportunities on the power play, and now here you got Michalek behind the net doing yeoman's work here on the penalty kill.
Sorry, Saffron now with the puck on the sideboards, and he will stop, tries to dangle, and big hit laid there by number 16, Kai Trudeau. And Michalek with the shot, and that is gloved down by Appelgren.
That's a good opportunity by Michalek with that puck. What allowed Michalek to get that puck was, you had Satram trying to make a move right at the blue line, and Kai Trudeau playing the body on him nice, stood him out well. That jammed that puck loose, and the Michalek comes down, and we talked about he's always around the net. He's got the puck on his stick. He's played a real effective game so far. Here you got 7 seconds left in the penalty to Peters, and then the Mustangs are going to be back at full strength.
Cole Fitzpatrick wins the face-off back, and that will just exit the zone. Zach Mosier with the puck. Passes it across. And that puck will go to Andrew Roth. Andrew Roth will dump it all the way down in the zone where Cole Fitzpatrick will chase. Cole Fitzpatrick now with the puck. Cycles it back down to Peters. Peters back to Fitzpatrick and out in front, and that is blocked.
It was a nice cycle by Fitzpatrick and Peters there, and Peters nicely got it back out to him. Fitzpatrick just found on the opportunity.
Peters now with the puck in the corner again. Peters looks up to the point for Karlsrud. Karlsrud with the shot, and that is saved by Appelgren.
Yeah, again, another opportunity there. Karlsrud gets it on net. You don't have any Mustang forwards that are around it. And Appelgren, he swallows that thing up, no rebound. So 9:57 left in the second period here. Shots 14-10 for the Mustangs. So they've been able to get through the 3 penalty kills so far this period. And now you got Fitzpatrick taking the draw. Looks like it's going to be Jacob Mayhus for the Mayport.
Roth now chasing the puck behind the net, tries to put it out in front, and that just hits the back of the net.
2 big bodies there. You got Ross, a big boy, and then Nicholas Dale, 6'3", 260. So got a lot of player behind the net there.
Roth now looks wide to Mosier. Mosier with the puck. Passes it back to Roth. Just off of his stick. Back to Mayport possession. Mayport will then turn it over back to Carlsrud. And there's a scrum out in front of the Cheyenne bench.
Got a lot of people in one spot there, Ethan.
And it will be cleared back down for an icing.
Yeah, he had to scrum right up along the wall, and then Carlsrud just a step behind the red line there. He shot it down, so it looks like we'll have a face-off with 9:21 left in the Mustang zone. You got Mitchell Coleman that's going to be taking this one for Mayport, so that unit of Coleman and Satcham out here for Mayport CG, they've given the Mustang fits, especially in that first period. So we'll see what they can do here.
Michalek now carries the puck across the red line, back into the zone with speed. Tries to go around the defenseman, and he cannot. Michalek now picks off the pass, tries to look for Belial out in front, and Mayport will chip it high off the glass, try to clear it, and it is held in there good by Colin McCarthy. Mayport now with the puck. Good stick there by Camden Coles.
Real nice defensive play by Camden Coles. He's got a long reach and a long stick. Looks like Coleman was almost about to get around him, and Camden Coles with a nice defensive play.
Tyler Michalek now with the puck behind his own net. He will flick it out in front for Jack Belial. Belial now goes back into his own zone, trying to rekindle. Passes it back to Michalek. Michalek enters the zone with Teckenberg. Teckenberg lays a hit, and puck will bounce out to Michalek. Michalek then loses the puck to Mayport, tries a cycle, and Teckenberg now coming to grab it.
Good body position by Teckenberg there, just wasn't able to get his stick on the puck.
And Coles now picks off the puck on the blue line, takes a shot, and that is saved.
This is the first time here we've seen this unit of Hapka, Rogan, and Stalker. So, got some young guys out here, they're flying around, they're buzzing around.
Puck bounces out to McCarthy, just gets by his stick and back out into his own zone.
No ice if the Mustangs can turn this up quick.
And he tries a bank pass out to Jaden Rogan, and that will be wide of him. McCarthy now tries to take the puck up himself. Fails to do so, gets poke checked. I believe this is Jaden Rogan up the ice with the puck. And him and Hapka meet, try to get the puck away from Coleman.
Oh.
Rogan now with the puck, centers it for Hapka, and almost goes.
Great opportunity for Stalker. That may have hit the post, but great opportunity for him.
Zach Mosier now takes control of the puck, goes around his own guy, tries to get it behind the net, and Coleman will come out with it. Coleman then hit by Kai Trudeau. Puck bounces out to Mosier. Mosier chips it around a guy, and it will be picked off. Mayport down the ice, tries a sharp angle shot, and that is saved by Buchholz.
We've had a couple first here. Last game we talked about Tyler Michalek getting his first varsity goal, and then here he's potted 2 tonight, so he's had 3 on the young season. And we talked about Carson Gass, playing his first varsity game, but there we saw Chase Hapka Jr. and then 2 sophomores, Jaden Rogan and Trey Stocker, both getting some varsity bits, and they looked really good on that shift. They had a point blank opportunity. Like I said, if we have those high-def replay cameras, we can go back. Maybe Stalker hit the post, maybe he didn't, but nonetheless, real good shift for that unit.
Puck bounces out to Mayport in the slot. Big save there by Peyton Buchholz. Bounces out to the slot, and he takes a slap shot, and his stick will break.
Ooh.
Gass with the puck, flips it back to Trudeau. Trudeau with the shot, and that is saved by Appelgren.
Aaron Johnson had the expensive, unfortunate there of winding up for a slap shot and then breaking his stick, and it looked like, I think the Mustang coaches thought that maybe he tried to play the puck with the broken stick. I don't know if Johnson necessarily knew if it was broken right away or not, but nonetheless, no call on it. Johnson's going to go grab another one of those. What do they cost now, Ethan? $250, $300 pieces of lumber, or is it graphite, composite, whatever it is. But we'll play on.
Coles gloves down the puck in the neutral zone, spins away from the defender, and tries to get it to Fitzpatrick, but Mayport is there. Puck now bounces out to Roth. Roth tries to fire it up to Peters, and that will go down for an icing.
Just a little bit. You had Roth try to find Peters, just put it a little bit too far in front of him, and sometimes, you can put it far in front of Peters. He's got good speed, but Andy Roth there just puts it a little bit too far, and it's going to go down for an icing. We got 6:16 left in the second period here, 3-0 Mustangs. They've stayed out of the box now for a couple minutes, which is good. Hopefully they can continue that trend the last 6:15.
Cheyenne now with control of the puck up the sideboards. Big scrum at the blue line here, and the puck will go all the way down the ice, and icing is waved off. Mayport now control the puck in their own zone. Peters tries to lay a hit, and the defender spins away from him. And Mayport will break it out, and the puck will trickle out to McCarthy. McCarthy takes it, goes wide for Coles. Coles looks up the board for Peters. Peters will now enter the zone with Fitzpatrick and Roth.
Almost.
And just past Fitzpatrick's stick, and that will bounce to Mayport. Mayport now enters the Cheyenne zone. Tries to just put one on net and doesn't go. Peters now with the puck. And now he passes to Roth. And Sawyer Satcham will pick that off, and he will start the rush for Mayport. Sawyer Satcham still with the puck. And is that Coleman?
Yes,
Coleman
it is,
now
yep.
with the puck. Pass it out front, and that is stopped. Out to the point, shot, and Satcham tries a tip, and that just goes wide.
Good to see Johnson got that stick out there, and Johnny on the spot right away. Puck comes right out to him and gets a good shot off.
Zach Mosier now up the ice. Tries a shot, and that is glove saved by Appelgren.
Yeah, not a bad idea there by Mosier coming down at the end of a shift for these Mustang forwards. They've been out there, throws it on net. You had Peters coming right down. Hopefully you get a rebound pop out, but Trevor Appelgren is able to swallow that puck up. He's a sophomore goaltender. He's got some decent size. He's 5'11", 190, so he's a little bit of a good-sized kid in net there.
Michalek wins the draw back to Tegenberg. Tegenberg with a shot, back off the glass. Mosier now holds the puck, throws one out in front where that is picked off by Garrett.
Oop.
Michalek now takes the puck away, and it will go to the Mustangs. Zach Mosier now with the puck in his own zone. Skates behind the net, looks for a pass, and completes one to Tegenberg.
Tough to handle there for Tegenberg on the wall. Puck back behind the Mustang net.
Puck still in the Cheyenne offensive zone. Bounces out to Tyler Michalek. Michalek now playing it up the boards. And Mayport with a shot, and that just goes wide. Michalek now with the puck. And turns it over, and Mayport with a quick chance out in front.
It was a good opportunity there for Mayport. Had a guy behind the net, and the guy in front of the net just threw it out to him. Couldn't click on the pass.
Carson Tegenberg coming up the ice with the puck. Passes it over to Belisle. Belisle tries to move it back to Tegenberg, and that was just out of his reach. Bounces back to Carlsrud, where he will play it down in deep into the zone. Belisle tries a quick center out to the front, where it is picked off by Sawyer Satcham. Satcham now up the ice, tries a dangle on Jacob Dobb. Gets the puck, throws it to the front, and there's no one there.
Good play by Carlsrud there. He lifted, got the stick right under the Mayport CG player's stick, got the puck out of the zone. Allows the Mustangs to live on and fight another day on the rush here.
Tegenberg and Michalek battling for it on the boards, and that will come out to Jacob Dobb. Jacob Dobb all the way across the ice for Jack Belisle, and he will dump it back in the zone.
Boy, that's a linesman's worst nightmare there. You have Belisle, and I don't know if he knew that he was there, but you could see that linesman really hoping that before Belisle turned and spun and fired that puck in that he knew where he was. Here's this unit again of Rogan, Hopka, and Stalker. They had a real good first shift in these early on in this period here.
Coles will hold the puck in, and Mayport will now regain possession.
That was kind of a late offsides call there by the official.
Puck back out to Coles. Coles goes across the ice. Back to Coles. Coles goes up to
Stalker. 33, yep.
And the puck will go deep into the Cheyenne zone, where it is picked up by the Mustangs.
2:25 here left in the second period.
Puck thrown back to the corner, where the Mustangs will try to break out, and that puck is just off Hapka's stick and turned over back to the Mayport Ice Dogs.
Got puck caught buckled by surpriser a little bit, but does the splits. Keeps the puck out of the back of the net.
Rogan and Hapka now coming up the ice. Rogan cuts to the center slot, dangles one shot, and that just goes wide into the netting.
Good opportunity there by Rogan. I think him and Hopka, I think they were on the same train or same tracks there for a while. Hopka was able to get out of the way. Rogan got a nice shot off. But again, that unit there of Hopka, Rogan, and Stalker, they've had two real nice shifts here now. I think if you're Mustang coaches, you got to like the energy that they've brought in so far.
Trudeau loses the draw. Mayport rings it behind their own net and back out to Camden Coles. Camden Cole's on the point, takes a shot, and that is blocked out in front. Carson Gass now with the puck, tries to throw it down to Kai Trudeau. Carson Gass will now chase the puck, and Mayport will regain possession. Chips it high off the glass. Jacob Dobb tries to play it with his stick, and he will get the puck, bank it off the boards to Carson Gass. Carson Gass with a nice stop, and passes it to Kai Trudeau. Kai Trudeau with the shot, and goes just off the defender's stick.
A nice little move by Gass there. Just threw the brakes on, got the puck to Trudeau, and up the ice they go.
Carson Gass now intercepts that puck and throws it back into the Cheyenne zone so they can keep working. Coleman now with the puck is spun down by Trudeau. Voller now with the chance, and he will be stopped.
Good back check by Trudeau there.
Mayport will try to put it in their own zone. Puck goes just off of his stick. And he looks wide for Trudeau. Trudeau with the puck across the blue line, dangles one in between his legs, and it will go off the pad, and rebound save.
Nice move by Trudeau, good hard shot, and then he has a second opportunity, throw a backhander just right off the side of the net.
Satcham and Coleman here coming up the ice. Coleman battling, loses the puck to Coles. Coles will now fly up the ice and take it himself. Coles crosses the blue line, passes back, shot, glove save.
Nice save by Applegren there. You know, Peters, he can really shoot it. He can fire that puck. Coles makes a nice pass to him. Peters coming in. He's a trailer. Coles dropped it right back to him, and he fired it. A good low hard shot on net, and you had some Mustang players right around the net, but Applegren quick on the glove there.
Line here, Fitzpatrick, Roth, and Peters. Fitzpatrick wins the puck back out to McCarthy. McCarthy with the shot, and that is blocked out in front. Zach Mosier now with the puck. Pass to Colin McCarthy. McCarthy goes wide for Mosier. Mosier will try to enter the zone, and that's a big check from behind, and that will be a penalty coming up on Mayport.
That will be. I think you can look at from behind, from boarding. I don't know if he'll go 2 or 5. I'm sure they'll probably discuss it here a little bit, but those are the types of hits that they're. It looks like the officials they're going to talk about it.
Dangerous hit there on the boards.
Looks like they're going to give him a 5-minute, and they're going to give it to him from behind. Good to see that Mosier pops up right away. I think the Mayport coaches are going to want to discuss it a little bit. But good to see that Mosier pops up right away. But you'll have 5 minutes of power play time here now for the Mustangs. You only get 19 left in the second period here. So they'll start early on in the third. They'll start the majority of that first part on the power play.
Peters here to take the draw for Cheyenne. Puck is dropped, pushes it between Satcham's legs. Peters now with the puck behind the net. Passes it out to the point for Coles. Coles back to Peters. Peters walks to the slot. Shot, and big block shot there for Mayport. Puck bounces back out to Peters.
Going to want to get this shot off quick. Only
Peters
got 4 left.
With a shot, and that is blocked. And that will do it for the second period of action.
Yeah, Peters had 2 shots there. I think the first one, the puck just kind of rolled off the end of his stick. He was in a great shooting position. He tried to get it off, and it still did and couldn't. And then the last one there got blocked. So the Mustangs going 0 for 2 against Devils Lake on the power play to start the year. They'll have the first 4:41 of the third period here. They'll start on the power play. But we'll take a break here. End of the second period, score of 3-0 for the Cheyenne Mustangs. Shots are 19-13.
You're watching Cheyenne Mustang Media. watching Cheyenne Mustang Media. You're watching Cheyenne Mustang Media.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the West Fargo Sports Arena. We're about to start our third period action here between the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs and the Ice Dogs of Mayport Clifford Galesburg. Mustangs will start here the first 4:41. They will start on the power play as a result of that check-in, 5-minute check-in from behind penalty that was assessed to Mayport CG. Shots are 19-13 for the Mustangs. Got a score of 3-0. Ethan, how have you thought the first 2 periods have gone so far?
I thought they went pretty well in the favor of Cheyenne. Just few too many turnovers for them to start really producing those amount of goals that they should be getting.
That's right, and they haven't put one in on the power play yet this year. We'll see here. They got 4:41 to work with. We'll see if they can create some good momentum, but be nice to put one in the back of the net here to get that separation goal to put it from 3 to 4.
Michalek pushes a face-off forward back into the Mayport zone. Mayport will rekindle, tries a bank pass, and that will trickle out to Zach Mosier. Mosier goes across the ice for Kai Trudeau. Belial tries to pass to Tegenberg, and that is just wide. And puck cleared all the way down, and Mosier with the puck now behind his own net. Michalek comes to pick up the puck, passes wide for Kai Trudeau, just out of his reach. Satcham tries to put it back in, puck goes to Zach Mosier. Mosier enters the zone, looks for a pass to Tyler Michalek, and that just goes off of his stick and cleared back all the way down.
Mustangs are electing to start this power play here with Tekenberg, Belial, and Michalek. They've been the 3 Mustangs, or two of the 3 forwards up on that line have been the Mustangs that have found the back of the net tonight. And then obviously the last game, you think about Michalek had a goal against Devils Lake, Belial had a goal against Devils Lake, and Tekenberg had a goal against Devils Lake. So, this line has really, carried the bacon, or carried the mail, so to speak, and has done a real nice job for the Mustangs so far.
Puck out to Mosier on the point, passes it back down to Tegenberg with a shot, and that just goes off the post. Rebound, and it is cleared out by Mayport.
Again, Ethan, I think we're going to have to ask for those nice HD cameras and replays, because I don't know how that puck stayed out of the net, or I don't know if it hit some players in front or if it hit the post. I have no idea, and we're not sitting at center ice. I know for those of you watching at home, the camera's at center ice, but that's on the far end of the ice from where we're sitting, and we're looking through a pane of glass, and we're looking through the netting. But I don't know how that puck stayed out of the back of the net, but you've had some good opportunities down low for the Mustangs. You got 3:17 left on the power play for Cheyenne.
Peters with the draw, ties him up, and Roth now back out to the point for McCarthy. McCarthy looks for a pass, spins away from the defender, takes it back down low. McCarthy now tries to cycle it back for Fitzpatrick, and that will be cleared. No, held in by there by Coles.
Real nice hold by Camden Coles.
Roth now trying to take the puck away. Mayport behind their own net, backhander all the way down the ice.
Coleman showing good strength there. We talked about Roth being a big boy, but Coleman, 6 foot 170, was able to fight him off and then get a backhander all the way down the ice.
Coles now moves the puck to McCarthy. McCarthy now back to Coles. Coles to McCarthy again. McCarthy will now carry it into the offensive zone. And back behind the net, over to Peters. Peters with the puck. And that will be deflected out of the ice.
Yeah, so 2:26 left in the power play here. Talking to Cheyenne Athletic Director, Mr. Greg Lemke, got a busy week here coming up for basketball, girls hockey, and wrestling. So on Thursday, the boys basketball team is at home versus Shanley, and the girls are at Shanley. And then on Saturday, boys basketball is at Fargo South. The girls are at home. And then also on Saturday, the wrestlers on the mat, they're going to be in Lisbon.
Peters now wins the draw back to McCarthy. McCarthy takes the puck, spins away from the defender, tries to shovel one down low, and that is cleared out by Mayport. Buckles will settle the puck down behind his own net, where Coles will come to pick it up. Coles settles the puck down, leaves it for Peters. Peters now flying up the ice, looks for a pass for McCarthy, and that's just behind him. McCarthy looks to pass, doesn't, skates it up himself. McCarthy now tries to center for Fitzpatrick. And Mayport will now clear it again. Great kill here for Mayport. Buckles settles the puck down behind the net again, where Coles will take it. Coles leaves it for Peters.
Got about 1:40 here left in the power play, so hopefully the Mustangs can dial something up and get the puck out of their zone and down the ice and set something up in the offensive zone.
Trudeau now flying up the ice with his speed. In the slot, takes a shot just wide of the net. Roth now with the puck down low. Stops behind the net, passes it back out. Back down low to Roth. Roth now to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick cycles it back down to Roth. Roth tries to shovel him back to Fitzpatrick. Doesn't go. Mayport will now clear the puck yet again. All the way down the ice.
Down to a minute left here for the Mustangs on the power play. Had some trouble down there. You had Roth going back to Fitzpatrick, back to Roth, back to Fitzpatrick, and nothing was cooking.
Trudeau passes one across the ice to Michalek. Michalek has Belisle in the slot, takes a shot, and that is deflected up into the netting.
And sticking with the theme of some other activities for Cheyenne High School that are taking place is on January 2nd, the girls hockey team, the West Fargo United, they're at home against the Grand Forks Night Riders. And then the next weekend, Ethan, they got to go all the way to Williston and Minot. So it's going to be a tough on old Mr. Bartle's back as they sit on that bus for that long a time. But good luck to those girls out there.
Mosier now with the puck on the hash marks. Passes one across, and that just trickles off his stick. Trudeau with the shot from the point, deflected wide. Michalek will now pick it up. Michalek spins away back towards the boards. Passes it off the boards to himself. Looks out to the slot for Tegenberg. Tegenberg will then pass it down to Mosier. Mosier with the pass out in front to Michalek. Michalek with sharp angle shot, and that is saved by Appelgren.
One thing in 2 games here that I've seen is furthest line, Belisle is always around the net. He's always looking for rebounds. He's always looking for some extra opportunities. So you know, he's hungry. We talked about Michalek being around the net. So this unit here, you know, they know where goals are scored, and they're going to go right to those areas again. There, Michalek, you know, I think he's had about 7 faceoffs tonight from that dot where he's gone through the center's legs, and then Belisle's gone right to the net. So you know, they know where goals are scored, and they're going to go to those areas. It looks like Michalek is creeping again. He's getting kicked out of this draw.
Belisle steps in to take the draw.
You knew it was coming, though.
Puck goes back out to the point for Cheyenne. Mosier tries to pass across, and that is picked off. Big rush here for Mayport as they're coming down, and what a play.
That was a real nice play by Zach Mosier there on Mayhus. Looks like he was going to get free, and then Mosier, you know, quickly got back and was able to thwart the opportunity.
Kai Trudeau now giving pressure down to Mayport. Steals the puck away, tries to look out in front for Belisle, and he is taken down. Mayport
from there.
now tries a sharp angle shot, looking for a rebound. Nothing there. Kai Trudeau now with the puck up the boards. Tries to look for Michalek. Michalek is going for a change. Puck goes across to Belisle. Belisle cycles it back to Coles. Coles tries to put it all the way down. That is stopped by the defender. Jack Belisle now with the puck. Looks across for Michalek, just through his stick. Puck still in Mustang possession. Battling there on the sideboards. Puck squirts out to Mayport. Mayport coming down the ice. Gets it across the red line, takes a shot. Blocker save there by Buchholz.
Yeah, Belisle all the way up the ice. You can get I don't know if they saw him all the way up there, but he was all by himself.
Line of Hepka, Rogan, and Stalker back out on the ice here. Mayport now takes the puck in their own zone. Hepka and Stalker applying pressure.
Good for those guys too. It's got to be a little confidence boost when your coaches have the confidence in you. It's kind of the fourth unit to have you out there in the third period of a 3-0 hockey game. So it's good for those guys, but they've earned it. They had some real good shifts in that second period. So they're earning more ice time by what they're doing on the ice, and they're dictating that by their good offensive play.
Hapka now tries to dangle the defender, and that will be ruled offsides.
Going back to that last rush, you had Satron there was able to get around Michalek. Real kind of headsy play. You can tell he's a senior hockey player. The angle that he was skating down the ice, he probably wasn't going to score from, so he threw it off the left pad of Peyton Buchholz, and the rebound came right out. Luckily, Cheyenne had a defender, and no harm, no foul, but kind of headsy play by that senior forward.
Patrick gets walked on the draw. Mayport now into the zone, tries a sharp angle shot. Buchholz with the save. Puck now behind the net. Fitzpatrick now comes out with the puck in the corner. Fitzpatrick elects to take it himself. Flies past the blue line, looking for it. Backhand pass out to Roth. Puck sitting in the slot, and it is cleared away by Mayport.
Roth has a long reach.
And Roth now still battling out in front of the net, and big stop there by Mayport.
We're going to have a penalty here on Fitzpatrick. Is going to go probably for a cross-checking coming out of the zone. Let's see, like I said, Roth has a long reach. He just wasn't able to get his stick on that rebound there, and as the puck's coming up the ice, let's see what they give him here. Probably going to be a cross check. Oh, they're going to give him a hold. Fitzpatrick had a Mayport CG player right in front of him. It's one of those things, you don't want to take an offensive zone penalty in the third period when you're up 3-0 and coming up the ice. You want to try to let those things go, and we've talked about the penalty woes that the Mustangs have faced here a little bit. A lot of that second period early on there on the penalty kill. Hopefully they can kill this one off and finish this third period strong.
Mustangs send it all the way back down the ice off the face-off, where Tyler Michalek will apply pressure.
That's good pressure by Michalek.
Mayport escapes with the puck. Passes it wide, and that will be offsides. Just a little too quick there by Coleman.
I think McCarthy's asking for a little interference there. Coleman kind of ran right by the blue line, almost like a pick in basketball. But I think McCarthy thought that maybe the arm got up a little bit high. But you know what? Cullen's a tough kid. He'll have to fight through it, and he'll be okay.
Face-off is lost by the Mustangs. Back out. Mayport with the pass across. Great centering pass here, and they're coming up with speed. Hansen drops it back, and that is wide of the net. Buck back out to the Mayport point. Back down to the sidewall for Satcham. Satcham tries to throw it out in front. Nothing going there. And Trudeau will clear it all the way back down the ice for the Mustangs.
Good strong play by Trudeau there to get that puck all the way down.
Tegenberg applying pressure for the Mustangs. Steals the puck away. Looks out in front for Trudeau. Trudeau tries to bring it home. Big save there by Applegren.
Yeah, again, I don't know how that puck didn't find the back of the net. You had Trudeau and Tekenberg right around there sniffing for a rebound. So 8:50 left in the third period here. 3-0 Mustang shots, 27-16. We're talking about Cole McCarthy on that last shift there, Ethan. I was talking to him before the game. Feels like his Christmas break was a little bit too long. What do you think? You agree with Mr. McCarthy there or not?
Oh, yeah. Just a little bit too long there for him.
Oh, do you think it's too long? As a teacher, I usually don't. I hear that it's not long enough. What do you think?
Well, I suppose it could be a little bit longer, do a little bit more fishing, but...
Yeah, well, if you're going to keep doing more fishing, then we at Cheyenne Mustang Media are going to expect a little bit of that bounty up here in the press box.
Belial tries to clear it out. Fails to do so. Michalek now intercepts the pass, but turns it back over. Mayport with a shot from the slot. Sticked away by Peyton Buchholz. Mayport now with puck down in the corner. Out to the point. Back down to the sidewall. Across. Down on the far sidewall. Tries a shot. Big stick there by Mosier, and he will clear.
Some of these Mayport CG players, they got some good size. So you have Zach Cavill right in front of the net there. He's 6'1", 225, and you have two of the Mustang defensemen trying to move him, and he's not an easy guy to move, and he was creating havoc right around the front of the net. Walker McGillis tried to go all the way across on a pass, but Mustangs are going to go back here at full strength as we're going to have Fitzpatrick's going to step back on the ice as McCarthy picks it up behind the net and is looking to go up ice.
McCarthy now tries to get around the defender, fails to do so, coughs up the puck, and great stick there by Zach Mosier.
Oh.
Mosier with the backhand pass to McCarthy. McCarthy and Roth. McCarthy with a shot, saved by Applegren.
Was that Mosier that just threw that back and like a magnet found McCarthy's stick, and he comes down, takes a nice shot on Applegren, and Applegren makes the save. That's going to be Applegren's 25th save of the night here?
24th.
24th.
Shot
There's
from Peters.
25th.
Another big save there by Applegren.
That's a good glove save there.
Fitzpatrick, Peters, and Roth out there for the Mustangs with Coles and McCarthy on defense. Puck cops out to Peters. Peters goes behind the net, looks for Andrew Roth, and Roth will fall to the ice. Great cycle there from Mayport. And the puck will be behind the Mayport zone where they were trying to break it out. Puck goes out to Sawyer Satcham. Peters there on Satcham, knocks him away from the puck.
Got a good forecheck going by Cheyenne here, Ethan.
Andrew Roth now applying pressure. Puck goes out to Mayport, and they will break it out. 2-on-2 rush here for Mayport, coming on the ice. Camden Coles with another great stick there.
Good play by Coles, and then good body check by Peters, throwing that Coleman right into the wall there.
Camden Coles with a nice breakout pass to Andy Roth. Roth coming up the ice with Peters. Roth takes it down to the corner, looks for Peters, and Puck will go into Mayport possession. Mayport flying up the ice. Puck skates off his stick a little bit, throws one to the front, and that is just deflected wide of the net. Roth now back with the puck. Passes it back to McCarthy. McCarthy looks wide for Stalker, and that is too far out of his reach. Coles with the puck now behind his own net. Coles looks to go one way, reverses it back to Stalker. Stalker on the wall, tries to get it to Hapka. Stalker cycles it back down to Coles. Coles now will try to go to Stalker. Big turnover there in the slot. Shot and wide by Mayport.
Yeah, luckily for Cheyenne, they put that shot up and off the window.
Puck now taken by Rogan. Rogan skates up the wall, and Mayport will deflect it back in the Cheyenne zone where it is picked up by Camden Coles. Camden Coles now with the puck, tries to get it to Stalker, nothing going there. McCarthy plays one off his skates up into his stick. McCarthy now takes it himself, drops it back for Tegenberg, I believe. Rings it around the boards, Mosier out at the point, takes a shot, and that is just wide of the net. Puck now with Mayport in the corner. Intercepted there by the Cheyenne Mustangs. I believe that's Rogan fighting for it out in front. Mayport now takes the puck, looks to break out. Puck goes back to Carlsrud at the point, tries a shot, and that is blocked. Mayport now coming up with a 3-on-0 rush. Coleman will take it himself, tries to shove it 5-hole, and big stop there by Peyton Buchholz.
Good save by Buchholz.
Belisle now with the puck on the sidewall. Elects to bank it behind his own net. Mosier then reverses it back to Carlsrud. Carlsrud goes across to Mosier. Mosier tries to dangle one, and he is pinched off. Belisle now carries the puck. Looks around the boards for Carlsrud, and he is not there. Puck at the top of the slot, and that is just wide.
Good hold by Mayport there. They got 4:07 down by 3. You're gonna have to start taking some chances if you're Mayport CG. Maybe the D got a pinch on the walls. Maybe you got to throw a guy up high to try to create some sort of odd man rush or opportunity.
Puck bounces out to Michalek, where he and his line mates will take it up the ice. Michalek goes wide with it. Tries to put it between his legs. Successfully does so. Takes it behind his own net. Throws one out in front, and that is saved by Appelgren.
Looks like I got Jack Endres here checking in the game, number 12, senior defenseman.
And glove save there by Peyton Buchholz.
So 3:34 left here in the third period, with a score of 3-0 for the Cheyenne Mustangs. There's last 3 minutes here. If you're Cheyenne, you want to be smart with the puck. You don't want to be throwing pucks in the middle of the ice. You don't want to be throwing blind passes back towards your zone. You want to keep the puck, outside of those dangerous areas. Maybe it's along the wall, like I said. If you're Mayport, maybe you got to start taking some gambles here. You got to start pinching defensemen. Maybe you try a face-off play here where you try to walk Fitzpatrick. It looks like that's going to be Mitchell Coleman that's going to be taking this draw. And we got a little stoppage in play here. We got Peyton Buchholz, every goalie's dream, taking the helmet off and showing the hair and the face to all the fans as he fixes his equipment here. So we got 3:34 left in the third. Buchholz has played a nice game. He's had 19 saves tonight. Good, kind of a good bounce back game after that Devils Lake one. I think there's at least probably that first one that he wants back. So good to see out of Peyton tonight. He's had to make some real good saves.
Coleman now with the puck, taken away by Coles, and that will squirt out to Buchholz, where he will cover. Line of Fitzpatrick, Roth, and Peters out on the ice. Fitzpatrick gets tied up on the faceoff. Puck squirts back out to Coles. Coles will now look for Peters on the sideboard. Good hold there by Mayport. Coleman tries to go around Coles. Nothing doing there.
It was a nice play by that defenseman. He's only a freshman. Walker McGillis held that puck in. Good play.
Coles and Coleman going at it on the sideball. And puck squirts out to Peters. Peters flying up the ice. He's got Coles and Roth with him. Peters tries to go through. Rebound out to Coles. Nothing goes wide.
And they had numbers going up the ice there, but unfortunately for the Mustangs, couldn't put it in the back of the net. They had 4 guys going up the ice, and luckily that puck didn't squirt out because he only had, I think Endres was the only Cheyenne guy back. He had all the other 4 were up the ice, and he had some Mayport guys behind him. Looks like Mayport CG is going to elect to take their time out here with 2:46 left in the third period. So we'll take a 1-minute break.
Watching Cheyenne Mustang Media.
Michalek is tied up on the draw. McCarthy plays it off the wall, down deep into the zone. Cycled back for Michalek. Michalek with the puck out behind the net, and that is stolen by Mayport. Mayport now flying up the ice. Look for the goalie going here for Mayport. Coleman behind the net, passes out in front, and that just goes wide.
It was a real nice play by Coleman to get that puck out in front there.
Coleman back out in front again.
Getting that puck to Tanner Ludwell and almost put it in the back of the net.
Teckenberg tries to pass to Belial. Good stick there by the Mayport defenseman, but puck bounces out to Carson Teckenberg. Teckenberg looks to go around the defenseman, pass it out for Belial in front, and he is not there.
Oh, nice hit by Michalek there.
Puck bounces out to Karlsrud on the point, and that is just tipped wide. Michalek now with the puck down low, passes it out to the top for Daub. Daub tries to throw it down low, and that is picked off by Mayport. Puck off Mayport's stick, back to Daub. Daub looks wide for Belial, and puck is coughed up to Mayport again. Another turnover, back, and another one.
If you're Cheyenne, you want the puck to maybe go a little bit more north-south here rather than east-west, and keep things up along the walls rather than outside the middle of the ice. Obviously, that's not going to happen every single time, but if you can, play the safe percentage plays.
Puck is deflected in the Devils Lake bench with a minute 15 left in the period.
Devils Lake, check your schedule there, Ethan. We're playing Mayport CG. Devils Lake was last week. That's all right.
That is true.
Got 1:15 left here in the third. Shots 30-19 for the Mustangs. The Mustangs are protecting a 3-0 lead.
Mayport tries to get across the red line, throw the puck in. That is shut down by Kai Trudeau. Puck now bounces out to Trudeau. Mayport now enters the zone with a good stick there by Zach Mosier. McCarthy with puck pass up to Kai Trudeau. And Trudeau tries to pass, and that is not going. Oh, big hit there by, I believe that's Cole Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, it was a good back check by him, and then uses his body to his advantage and separates the Mayport CG player from the puck. Nice pass by Peters up to Trudeau there. I don't know how it got all the way through, but it certainly did.
Fitzpatrick throws a shot on net, rebound out, and Mayport will recover. Mayport now flying down the ice with the puck, and good body there by Cullen McCarthy to stop the defenseman or the offenseman.
So Mayport took that timeout with, I think it was about 2:37 left, and one of the things that they probably would have wanted or liked to do was pull that goaltender, but they never were able to, as Cheyenne was able to keep the puck moving back towards the Mayport CG side of the ice, so they never were able to create that 6-on-5 opportunity. Looks like they'll keep them in here. Shots 31-19 in favor of the Mustangs, and 3-0 on the scoreboard in favor of the Mustangs as well.
Satchram moves the puck back out to his point. Defenseman throws it back down into the zone, where it is met by Coleman. Fitzpatrick gets the puck down in the corner, chips it off the glass, held in by the defenseman. And that will do it for the second game for the Cheyenne Mustangs.
So what do you think there, Ethan, after 2 games? What are your thoughts?
I think they look really good this season. A lot of shots on goal through the first 2 games. Peyton Buchholz is playing some pretty solid goaltending.
I was going to say, just like when a pitcher's has a no-hitter going, you don't want to mention it at all. When a goalie's got a shutout going, you don't want to mention it. But good to see for Peyton Buchholz getting his first varsity. I think that's his first varsity win, and for sure it's his first varsity shutout. So, good to see for that young goaltender. So in action tomorrow, the Mustangs are going to make the long trek all the way up to the north side of Fargo. They're going to go to the Coliseum. And the times for those games are going to be a little bit different than maybe the standard times. The boys' JV game is going to start at 3 o'clock at the Coliseum, and then the varsity game is going to be at 5:15. So the Mustangs are going to look to go 2-0 in EDC plays after they defeated Devil's Lake. Boy, that was about, 2 weeks ago there, Ethan?
Yep.
I know in Fargo North, they played 3 EDC games so far. They came out, and I think they surprised some people by beating Grafton Park River by the tune of 7-1, and then they lost 5-1 to Grand Forks Central, and then they went on the road to Devil's Lake and had a 3-2 loss. So, maybe that's the long bus ride. Maybe that's having some bus legs going all the way there and losing. But the Cheyenne Mustangs are going to look to take advantage of that tomorrow evening up at the Coliseum. So, like I said earlier, I'm Jordan Latufsky.
And Ethan Frisch.
And take care.